All right, guys, got another new project for you guys. Well, not necessarily new, but new to me and new to you guys who are just tuning in, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about Fine Token. Oh, yes, everything is fine. We are going to be getting into the nitty gritty of this meme coin and how it has been sustaining over 5,000 holders throughout the last couple of months consistently. We're going to get into that right now. Now, before we begin, guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Jazz Royce. Now, before we even get started, do me a favor and smash the like button. Scroll down really fast. Hit the thumbs up for me, please, and thank you. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get right into this, guys. So, Fine Token. These guys, you know, we have agreed to partner for the month so I can bring this in front of you guys. Full disclaimer, you know how we do it on this channel. Another meme coin, guys. Now, this meme coin, you might be saying, well, Jazz, what's the point of this versus all the gazillion meme coins out there? Well, this one's a little bit different. This one stands out a bit, and which I think explains why we have this many holders on the project. And not to mention that these guys, when they first came out, has shot way up here in a bullseye. And this was in September of 23 when the markets were in a rut, as you all remember, if you've been around long enough, right? I mean, I've been sitting 3 years in this market, 2 years in the bear market. I mean, I've seen it all. But check this out. Right here in the middle of March, around the time when we started to see the big haulers of the market start to move up, BTC and ETH, BTC hitting the new all-time high, this did start to gain a bit more steam. So for the first time, it started to break out of that retracement state that it's been sitting in from roughly November of last year up until when the markets move. What does that mean? Well, to me, that's a cool indicator showing that this is moving on par with the trajectory of the overall market, which to me, that's quite important. Now, let's get into a bit of the statistics with what we're looking at right here before we even get into what the product's about, right? So here we are, 2 million market cap at the moment of recording with 578,000 in liquidity. Now, that is a very healthy liquidity ratio, guys. A rule of thumb that I like to go by is at least about 10% liquidity in a project, because at the end of the day, yes, market cap is great, but liquidity matters about how much money is actually there. So when you make 100,000 or so, you can actually take your money and not make 100,000, but only walk out with 10K because price impact bit you in the behind, and you dumped on the entire chart as well, right? So we don't want that happening. Now, here's what's different about this project. Now, I was talking with the team yesterday, and these guys told me that the person behind this project is a person, he's called Lord Keck, right? And right on the website, and I'm going to show you in a bit, there's a Medium that you can learn a little more about Lord Keck and his story of why he started this project. And Lord Keck is a creator from Pepe. So he seen that whole thing behind the scenes and then came in here to start his own thing. And I mean, that alone explains why these guys launched and had a big run up to, which I believe the high, don't quote me if on this, it was on the website, 30 million market cap was the all-time high. And as quick as it went, as hard as it fell, because remember, this was September, guys. No one even cared about the markets up until we started seeing movement with BTC and ETH in like January, February of this year, right? So now imagine if they would have launched with Lord Keck around this year, what type of movement we could have seen. This would have been way higher than 30 million from the looks of it, right? But nonetheless, after that, it began trading sideways. Now, of course, this run amassed well over 5,000 holders, as we can see here. And on top of that, we're starting to see, it's almost like jump starting a car, right? It looked dead over here in this zone, like it was just trading sideways. It wasn't completely out, right? Because this is the very bottom. So it never fully bottomed out, but then it started to gain some steam alongside the markets, which once again, it's very important to point out. Let's go on their website. Check this out. This is one of the two websites, actually. So this is their primary website, Finecoin ETH. Now, what's cool about this is that I haven't seen this yet. Look at how they have live trading data from a centralized exchange, like let's say Mexi, for example, right here on the top. 1 day, 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, all of it, right? So you get live time reading of the project at the very top of the website before, because there's a lot of projects you get in there. And, if you're like me, I like to get right to the point. I say, okay, we see the site. What's the DEX2's chart looking like? These guys are showing you the exchange chart literally on the 1 day frame. So, and you can literally track it with the movement over your mouse. Very impressive. Hats off to you guys. I was really smart to include it in there, and I would hope other projects might even follow suit in doing that as well. Now, obviously, everybody has heard about the fine meme, right? You've seen the dog sitting there with the coffee mug, the house burning in front of me saying everything is fine. Yeah, that is the meme that they're going for. It makes sense because they came off of the meme hype of Pepe. And you know, Pepe got popular because of the meme itself, right? With some luck, and I believe it's with the help of whether it be venture capitalists or some type of big institutions, because I do not think it was just retail everyday 9-to-5ers that ran that project into the billions, right? Now, let's continue scrolling down. Speaking of which, the listings and the partners, as you can see thus far, there's already various exchanges that you can get this project from. Of course, if you like me, DGen, Uniswap, hey, you got Mexi, Bitmark, CoinW, LBank. And of course, you can see the progress on both CMC and CoinGecko as well. And as you can see right here, cntoken.io. I haven't heard of that one. Scrolling down into the info, let's get to the tokenomics of this, guys. Okay, so first things first, this is a renounced contract that's 0% taxed in, 0% tax out. Now, you guys have been watching the channel for a minute. You know my preference when it comes to tax tokens. I personally prefer tax in tokens because I like to see a portion of that money being set aside, whether to the tax wallet that's used for marketing, buybacks and burns, reflections, exchange listings, the big exchange, the ones that charge the 6 figures and up. Who knows, right? That's my personal preference. These guys roll with 0% tax, which I believe that's what Pepe also did in the past, actually kind of starting that trend of the zero in, zero out. You know, that's just my opinion. Let's see how things play out regardless. What's cool about this is that the liquidity is burnt. Okay, let me say that again. The liquidity is burnt and the team tokens are burnt. Oh, all right. Circulating supply, 394, I believe this is trillion. Total supply was 420 trillion. So they definitely are going on that old school meme supply. And the circulating supply is already under 400 trillion. So, you know, they've managed to get a good 26 trillion out of the supply thus far. Hang on. Before you jump the gun on me, I did talk with some of the prominent community members behind the scenes before making this video. And they actually let me know that they have been in contact with Lord Keck. And I would say semi-frequent contact, right? Consistently. I don't want to disclose how often they told me, but I don't know if they want me to say that or not, but just know that they're in the cahoots with this guy, right? Now, this is really cool. All my meme coin lovers, the whole point of why you'd even look at a meme coin and take the time to watch this video in the first place. How much would your tokens be worth at a 1000x? Now, as you can see here, I have never seen anything like this. I wish every single project, I'm gonna say it again, I wish every project out there can have a 1000x calculator on their website, just like Fine Token, because that will make such a difference. Knowing that the team is projecting 1000x plus return on their returns, the investors, the whole 9 yards, right? So as you can see here, there's a measly $250 invested, and it shows you the exact price of the market cap. There is no tax, so you're making the full amount of this amount right over here. Boom, $250,000 when you, 1000x that. Scrolling down, we got a Twitter rating guide, TikTok rating guide as well. All the links to their social medias, right? Yeah, right over here, you have an influencer master list. That's really cool. Lord Keck's profile, the Fine Coin, Telegram stickers, Instagram hashtags. Interesting. A bunch of links, guys. They even have games, you know, in case that was interesting to you. Still from 2122. Super fine bros and a very fine game. And if you look right over here, they're making a great utilization of this meme entirely, man. I mean, they have a fine meme gallery as well. And they also have archives of VCs and spaces. So make sure to check out the Telegram, which, by the way, the link is in the description. Man, and on top of that, they have a compound interest calculator. They have an additional site right here, fineerc.vip. Now, this looks like a DEX alongside breaking down the tokenomics, roadmap. And if you look over here, their roadmap, these guys are already in phase 4, which is building the community partners and releasing more partnerships. They've already beat their holder goals, which is very impressive. Phase 3 was Fine Swap. So I believe this is the DEX that we're seeing here. find swap, and then it has all the information, which, by the way, the link tree for all of this is going to be in the description. If you're interested in checking it out, of course, it's your own judgment, guys. Remember, I'm just bringing this in front of you. Don't follow my leader with, oh, Jazz. Jazz is bringing this in front of you guys. You guys make your own judgment. You're responsible for your decisions, especially when it comes to meme coins. So I guess what we have looking forward to, aside from, meme takeovers and whatnot, I guess those are things that like they just like exited, plan on dropping down the road. But what's Fine Academy, right? I guess that's another nice utility to look forward to. And at this point, I'm just seeing if they can bring out enough incentives to get this chart back up and kicking, right? Because we see that it has life in it. We see that the joltage of electricity is starting to flow through the veins. We saw that happen back in March when the market started running up. So let's see exactly how this will play out. Now, of course, if you want to learn more about Lord Keck, he has a Medium released on why he started this project Fine and his issues when he was working with Pepe and the controversy, for those that want to do their research and really learn the background behind this meme coin, right? That's going to be on their website if you continue scrolling down right over here. Okay, so if you want to check that out, it's right there. Now remember, guys, 5K holders, 30 million all-time high, currently sitting at 2 million. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is the zoom out for those who want to see. Let's see what happens. You never know, right? So with that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce. Like I always say, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.